I hate my brain so much.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I should have gotten a soda too. Now I'm all sleepy. I had alcohol. Now I'm all sleepy.
Oh god.
Fuck. Fuck you this.
So you should beat up your cat.
No. Which one?
Ash.
Oh, why?
Well, one, he can take it.
I mean, he's a little thick, sure, but...
No, he can take it.
I mean, I got guns, so I'll punch him till he
Right.
pops.
There's like pop, pop.
No, pop, pop, pop. Gonna pop like a...
That laptop scares
bubble.
me.
Yeah, I don't know why. Her laptop doesn't always fully go to sleep when she closes it. So, so it's like basically, like, it's as if it were open, but it's closed. You know what I mean?
You mean it's asleep?
No, because like if it were asleep, it wouldn't be doing Discord
That's
notifications.
what I... Look, so it's just on.
Yeah, it's just on but closed. I don't know why it does that.
Okay.
It's a struggle sometimes.
Right. Hello, everyone.
Howdy, hey.
Howdy.
Howdy. What's going on? It's a good word of greeting.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Don't question. Just
It
accept.
feels so weird. I feel like my chat on stream started saying howdy without even me saying anything. That's just like what everyone started.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even without me doing my little like making fun of people who go like howdy.
I'm telling you, howdy's just good.
Right?
It's just strong. It's powerful.
Hey, I'm Woody.
even.
Howdy.
I'm Woody. Howdy. Look at the dog. Its nose.
Oh my god. Are those what dog breed is that?
I don't
It's
know.
not a greyhound.
It's not a greyhound.
But it has long snoot like
Yeah,
greyhound.
it's just long. I don't exactly know what it is. It's just one of them long dog. Long dog desu.
Yep.
The little man knows nothing.
Right?
It's just fucking Cliff.
Is that a weasel or is it a sable?
I think it's a weasel.
Okay.
Sables are a little different.
Cliff is cool. Do you remember the name of the girl in Glory Hounds?
No.
Just female Cliff.
Fuck, you're right.
What if Cliff was a woman?
That didn't even occur to me.
It didn't really occur to me
Shito.
either. I think Ian mentioned it, and I was like, that is just female.
Damn. Man, maybe I'm the fool for not noticing.
Right.
It didn't occur to me at all. That
More
it was
sable representation, though.
But she's a weasel.
I know, but I want more. Yeah. I don't know what this meme is from.
It's just a meme of someone leaning out the window over the driver to order something. I've seen this meme a bunch, but this one's
I know,
really
but I'm like,
funny.
what's the origin?
It's probably from a snap of someone doing this.
I don't know. Man, Tai Lung.
I know. This Tai Lung's really good, isn't it?
All of them are. He's the only reason to watch Kung Fu, like the first Kung Fu Panda movie. The rest of that film is just bad. What the fuck is this? What? Wait. Eventually, yeah, okay. They give. That's one of the worst images I've seen in my life. They give short descriptions of the various wolves that's. Of the various wolves the sculptures depict, and I try to piece together what I can with my limited written language knowledge. Yes, notable is the one in the middle, Varro. Have we heard of Varro before? Outside of this universe, like when we entered this universe, was this a character? Like, was this a lore person we were meant to like get?
Not sure. This is a sable. This is the difference.
I know, but I mean the difference is
Look
that
at
they
them.
have bear paws.
Look at a big ol' yawn.
They just have bear paws.
Well, their snoots are a little big. Their heads are a little differently shaped.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the defining trait is their bear paws.
And the coloration.
Yeah.
Weasels aren't this color, but look at him. Look at this big ol' yawn. He's so cute.
Right.
Don't you just want one? You
Yeah.
wear him around your neck all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would like treat them like a dog.
True. A dog that you can wear around your neck.
Yeah, but I'd also like have a collar, a leash. So when we go out, yeah.
Go walk him around.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty nice, actually. I would love the hell out of that.
It's
Okay.
fine.
That was the last thing. I wanted
The
to show you.
university's namesake. Sure it is.
It was.
He apparently studied the education system on Morpha before implementing the system on Adastra. So we had to borrow a better education system because Adastra couldn't come up with a good one.
Well, they're the dumb wolves.
Yeah. This alone shows how different this university is from the rest of Adastra. The wolves, especially the politicians, would never admit to borrowing anything from the cats, even though they borrow plenty. But even here, there are only sculptures of wolves. No siblings, no children, nothing. It reminds me of one of the biggest issues I've seen wrestling with the past few months. How separate I feel from this society. It's to be expected. I'm on an alien world after all. It just spooked me. It just spooked.
You know.
I don't know. Yet the wolves seem to be doing their best to ignore that. I realize that I will never be part of this society, even if humans are successfully integrated into the Galaxias. Galaxias. In fact, I already know what the wolven reaction to human society will be. Suspicion, condescension. I got it. Condescension.
You don't pronounce the C.
Condenscation.
Usually, if there's an SC, you don't pronounce them together.
Then why have the C?
Unless it's like the word disc.
It's like a long time no see.
Shut up. Shut the hell up. No. Take that back. That was terrible.
No, it is now forever gonna be recorded. Right next to Pew Pew.
Oh. Still your pride and joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old Faithful. Never works. You can always count on it never making people laugh.
I don't need to when I have a gun. Pew Pew.
I don't know. When I hear pew pew, I think laser.
Yes, but if I do that with a gun, it's gonna shut people up. Pew pew. Just show up with a Glock. Pew pew.
Imagine if you had a modded Glock that did that.
Just played the sound effect. Oh my god.
It played it loud enough that it covered up the sound of a gunshot.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd want it to
you
be
just
a
heard-
revolver, just to feel as far removed visually from the sound effect. Right? And overall jealousy of the idea of a race that's seemingly uplifted itself, a species assigned a role that's different than all the rest. It doesn't matter that I'm liked by them now.
Are you?
I don't know. It's only because I'm a seemingly dumb, parentless ape. They will come to despise me, just as they despise the Chemians. It is worth it to deal with all that, only to be with Amicus. I know the answer, but I still contemplate. As my thought process spirals, I even think for a moment that maybe Alex has the right idea. But no, thoughts like that always bring me back down. It reminds me that humans, wolves, and all the rest of the Galaxias aren't so different in the end. Which means I have to hope that the parents are different, because I don't think I can trust gods that act like I do. I try to distract myself, walking around the big marble halls, looking into different rooms, and readying any inscriptions I can find. The game room. Yo, they are gamers!
Society of Gamers.
Gamers rise up.
We knew it all along.
Oh my god, break that glass ceiling.
No longer the
Rise.
most oppressed group. Oh man.
The most oppressed group of all. Gamers.
Do you think Felix likes Trauma Center? I bet he does. I bet Felix plays the shit out of every Trauma Center game. And I bet, for some reason, he also likes Fatal Frame. I don't know why he strikes me as a Fatal Frame fan who buys all the DLC outfits.
Oh my god. What a Chad. I think I own the Wii Trauma Center game.
I think you do. I think I remember you having that.
Yeah, maybe I could play that on stream sometime.
That would be hilarious. Boot up the Wii. Is it alive? Or the Wii U, rather?
I have a Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I could do that.
You could. That'd be fun, huh?
I could bring it here.
Oh
and we
my
could
God.
stream it here.
Played Trauma Center.
Yeah.
I've never played Trauma Center.
I think I played 30 minutes of it because I found it for $2, right? It was like dollars. And it was just kind of like an evening game. You know, you would go to GameStop, pick up a super cheap game, play it for one evening with friends, and like never
touch it again,
Yeah.
but it sits in your collection anyway.
You ever have like do you have any games like that?
I did that with Remember Me. But it was like the first major game that Don't Nod came out with here in America. Remember Me. Kind of shit game. I played through all of it. Oh yeah,
so is Life is Strange.
I played through all of it like within 2 days.
Love it though.
Which is hilarious because like I feel like I'm the only person to ever play that game in my entire life.
I will mention Remember Me and like people will be like, "Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that."
Did you play that?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember when they showed off at like E3 once.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a video game.
It was on sale for like $2 and I bought it and played it in like 2 days and then took it back.
Fucking lit. Okay.
Which it's funny because like I felt like I was the only person that played that game ever. And this was like, this has to be about 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago that I played it. And just this past year, in the orchestra that I joined, one of the arrangers of the orchestra arranged a piece based on the game.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what timeline is this? People know and remember this game. What the fuck?
No, that's funny. That's funny.
No, it felt strangely validating of those 2 days I lost. Because it just was not a good game.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I played that game. Shit.
The game room in the basement is just a series of tables with various board games that I've never learned to play. After a while, it becomes clear that this isn't going to be a quick meeting. The hours go by slowly, and while I would usually be pretty ticked off at Amicus at this point, I'm mostly just sad. Being alone amongst towering marble pillars isn't so different from the palace, and still, this is actually a nice change of pace. I just wish I could spend more time with Amicus. Eventually, I find a bunch of folded red cloth piled on a table, looking like banners from what could be the school flag or colors or something. I grab a couple of these before scouting out a marble bench hidden in the corner of the main room, behind the statues and out of sight of the door. I lie down on the bench, flat on my back, laying the cloth under my head. I'm tired after being woken up so much earlier than I'm used to, and it's not long before I'm drifting off to sleep. Oh my God, what a lad.
Take a nap. Fuck it. Ooh. We in space.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Space stretches and twists into the distance. The infinity blue, dark blue, broken here and there with planets, stars, and dust clouds. Shut up. It's endless, monolithic, passionless. Except there. Its mark is clear on the universe, like a stain, a blemish on the glittering patchwork of the stars. The planets die and the stars shrivel, the dust scatters. It's all tainted. The mark is old. It's ancient. It existed before life. Our life. It touches every life form, from the youngest child to the oldest sibling. It convulsions. That cat.
She doing it, huh?
She's like, there's something here, I will strike.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing there.
It's just the wall.
And it's like...
Unless she sees the Fae.
What does your elf eye see, Ash?
It's Artemis.
They're both A names.
Yeah, but they're very different A names.
This is why we need the official name for this cat to be Fart.
Farty.
Farty.
She doesn't fart that much, though.
So?
She does do the dog thing where she drags her butthole on the floor.
Oh, she
terrible.
learned it from Johnny. It convulses before your eyes in the dark.
You know, Johnny would just drop trout and put his butthole on the floor.
Yeah, drag it.
Across the carpet.
Yeah, he does that.
Every day. Savannah hates it. Because he's teaching it to the other cats and her dog at her house.
It whispers in your ear while you sleep. It brushes your neck when you don't see.
Sensual.
We all feel it. We all know it. It transcends all. It touches all. It becomes all. I see you. The black tendrils of its reach already infects everything around you. They're going to kill you. They're going to kill him. Your purpose is doomed. And yet, you know that is only the beginning. That soon it will blank everything. You will die. He will die, trapped in the amalgamation, forever apart. And that's when it won't hide in the dark anymore. Oh, it's daytime change.
Yeah, it's nighttime now.
Wow.
All day.
I gasped loudly, sitting up on the bench, feeling like something had been sitting on my chest. I feel like I've been holding my breath, or something had pushed it out. Die. A faint whisper to my left, and when I look, just for the briefest of moments, it seems as if the crouched wolf statue is contorted. Its neck is broken, staring straight back at me. I jump, leaning back as I stare at the grotesque, twisted wolf, but it's not twisted. It's like it always was. And then I'm falling off the bench, landing hard on my ass and sending a jolt of pain through my tailbone. I can't help the involuntary yelp that comes out of my mouth.
Marco?
Amicus's voice echoes through the halls, making me scramble to my feet, suddenly embarrassed about what had just happened. I clear my throat in a way that sounds casual. I'm over here. I move out from behind the statue, glancing one last time at the crouched wolf, neck in its proper position. It whispers in your ear while you sleep. What are you looking for? What are you looking for, Artie?
She's just looking. She's always looking.
Okay.
With her eyeballs.
No, that was with her nose.
Yeah, true. Her nose balls.
When my back is to it, the nape of my neck prickles, and I hurry out for my hiding spot. As I move out into the brightly lit main room, I realize that it's already dark. I've been here all day?
Where?
Amicus's voice seems to come from further away, up a hall. Here! You're supposed to say Marco, and then he'll say Polo.
Yeah, Marco's supposed to say Polo.
But it's funnier this way.
It's pretty good. He says his own name and Amicus says Polo.
Yeah.
So dumb.
It's fine. I just want him to come get me. He's here to pick Marco up from daycare.
From daycare, yeah.
I had a nightmare or something, but it had felt so cold, dark, and real. I hear some footsteps padding up the hall, and I turn to see Amicus come around the corner, his paws clasped together.
Marco, I am so sorry. I wouldn't agree on anything, and I couldn't excuse myself to come see you, because that would make it look as if I
cut Amicus off by hugging him, just wanting to feel his presence for now. The depressing thoughts I've had all day, on top of that awful nightmare, at least what I hope was a nightmare, has left me feeling like complete shit.
Are you alright?
I'm quiet for a moment, wondering if I should tell Amicus anything about what I was thinking, or what I saw, then decide against it, because what would be the point in that? At least for now. I'm just happy to see you.
Really? Even after suffering through my complete incompetence all day long?
You were gone, so there, I'm about to scold Amicus for saying that about himself, but then I just end up nodding. Yeah, we all have days like that. Did everyone leave?
Yes, the meeting concluded about 10 minutes ago. I had worried you'd left the university for whatever reason.
Sorry.
Don't be. Were you sleeping?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because I'm hoping, even after how poorly that day went, that you might join me for a late-night Lover's Day celebration?
He never gives up, and I do love that about him. I smile. That sounds great, Amicus. We walk down the steps from the main building into an empty courtyard, all of the vehicles gone. I frown. They just left us without any transportation?
Oh yes, I told them to go on ahead.
Oh, why?
Do you not wish to walk?
Isn't it a little far to walk? I follow Amicus down the steps and through the university's gardens before we're back in the forest, walking in the direction away from the palace.
Not really. The city and palace are within reasonable walking distance.
For you! I walk alongside the wolf, feeling myself relax again as we're surrounded by the quiet forest. Huh, I guess I just assumed it was far since we're always using the carriage.
We tend to be lazy. That, and it's expected by the citizens as it's seen as more dignified, I suppose.
What about security? Shouldn't you have some protection as Emperor? I look around, feeling almost vulnerable out here in the open with Amicus, used to always having the protection of the palace walls around us. Amicus glances up, and I follow his gaze, immediately spotting the blinking lights of drones above us.
Drones are far better than any sapient when it comes to security.
Amicus looks over at me.
I suppose you haven't been outside the palace very often at all, have you?
Not really. The wolf grimaces.
I apologize for that. I know it seems like you should be more free to travel after what happened, but the people are...
Amicus takes a moment to find his words.
Very curious about you. It would be difficult to keep them from crowding.
I raise an eyebrow as I see lights in the distance, twinkling through the tree branches. But we're headed to the city right now, aren't we? I don't think I can deal with crowds, at least not now when I'm not really prepared for it.
Well, I cleared the district for our arrival, though that was supposed to be, I'd say, 5 hours ago. But still, it's late enough that the streets should be mostly empty.
Oh. I draw closer to Amicus. Where are we going?
You'll see.
There's a sly smile on the wolf's face as we trudge along the path, walking in comfortable silence. Eventually, we break through the trees and into the small, quaint streets that I'd been on before, where I caught a deadly disease and almost died.
I yacked all over Cassius's chest. It was amazing.
Memories.
Good times. Feels like a lifetime ago now.
Truly. Sure enough, it's completely empty aside from one or two figures moving up the sidewalk or standing in a doorway. I noticed that Amicus is becoming more excited, and it shows in his widening strides, and I have to hurry to keep up. I try to think of where he could possibly be taking me. Amicus? The wolf pauses, waiting for me to catch up, and then places his paw against the small of my back, and I'm suddenly thrust forward at this speed, forced along in a stumbling gait?
Mm-hmm.
Gait.
Come on, it's right here.
The wolf sweeps me under a dark archway. There's a door in front of us, the soft glow of light barely showing through the frosted glass framing the door.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's closed, and I look up at Amicus in question, but the wolf doesn't seem bothered, and simply knocks on the door. We wait a few moments. The Amicus leans in toward the crack, talking loudly through it.
Hello, Gaius.
Gaius. Okay. Something beyond the door bolts open. Blots out the light, and Amicus steps back before suddenly drawing me to his side, as if preparing to introduce me to someone. I stand there awkwardly, trying to prepare myself for whatever this is. When the doors open, it's not what I expect at all. An old she-wolf in an apron and with a cloth tied over the top of her head peers around the corner, cracked open just enough so that her muzzle can fit through.
Mm-hmm.
I feel Amicus shift next to me, and he forces his smile even bigger.
Hello?
The old woman squints. Hello? Amicus is quiet for a moment, clearly taken aback by the other wolf's lack of reaction. He clears his throat.
I am Amicus, your emperor, and this is Marco, my companion.
That's a new title. I look up at the wolf in question, but he goes on staring at the she-wolf, who only continues to stare back at him.
Maybe you are familiar?
No, I don't think so. Amicus stares, his mouth agape, open while the woman starts to close the door. Quickly, Amicus lets go of me to reach out, stopping the door from closing by an inch.
Excuse me, please, but could you summon Gaius? He will know who I am.
The old woman sticks her muzzle back through the crack, glaring now. Gaius was, relieved of his shift 3 hours ago. You know it's the second hour.
I had suspected, though I had hoped he would have waited for me.
You thought wrong, dear. Amicus bristles.
Excuse me, but you realize you are speaking to your emperor, woman.
Oh, he's one of those people.
Well, he's getting all pissed off.
Yeah. Now I bristle. Even though I don't know what's going on exactly, I do feel a surge of disappointment at seeing my lover use the "Do you know who I am" line.
Teehee.
Amicus! I try to say it under my breath so the other wolf doesn't hear.
What? I'm just trying.
The door starts to close again, and Amicus quickly reaches out, but this time the old woman is ready. She reaches out to smack his paw hard, making Amicus gasp in surprise before the door slams shut.
How dare!
Amicus looks at a loss for a moment, as if he's never experienced something like this before and doesn't know what to do. Then he tries to open the door, but it's locked. Then he resorts to pounding on the door with a heavy fist, lips drawn back to show his teeth.
Open the damn door! I was promised a special banquet in the human's honor. Do you hear me, woman? Oof.
I reach out, pushing a hand against Amicus's chest. Holy shit, Amicus, stop! I hiss at him under my breath, looking around, not having expected to be embarrassed at Amicus's behavior. I'm so used to embarrassing myself.
What?
Do you hear yourself?
What do you mean? I paid for their services and had everything planned.
We're 5 hours late.
But I am the emperor, and you are my guest, and that woman...
I step closer, cutting Amicus off, even as I lower my voice, surprised at the sudden surge of anger I'm feeling. Amicus, you're acting like a spoiled brat right now, just like Cassius, and stop calling her woman. Amicus's indignant demeanor seems to deflate a little bit at that.
I'm not acting like him at all. And what else should I call her? She is a woman.
It's the way you're saying it, and I don't know. Maybe ma'am could be a good start?
Well, she's certainly not acting like a madam.
Is that how you act when you don't get your way? Amicus has always had an entitled streak.
He's a prince, now emperor.
Yeah?
No shit.
Well, you know...
It happens.
I mean, it's kind of what got me in this situation in the first place, and I thought he'd have changed a bit after everything we'd been through. especially over something as small as this. Amicus must see the disappointment in my face because he deflates, further blowing out a deep breath of that ruffles back my hair and smells vaguely of lavender.
No, I don't. I promise. It's just that I had something very special planned and...
Amicus looks back at the door, trying to see through the frosted glass, as if whoever he's looking for will magically appear. Amicus, you can't expect anyone to wait 5 hours for you, whether you're emperor or not, I think. Except me, of course.
Yeah.
I see the moment Amicus gives up on his grand plan, whatever it was, as his his deflation?
Mm-hmm.
Deflation?
Deflation.
Deflation.
No.
Deflation.
Think of the word deflate.
Yeah.
This is the adjective of that?
Yeah, but the E is gone, so now it's lowercase.
It's
Complete.
Okay.
It's no longer a capital A sound. It's a lowercase A sound.
Okay.
Because there's no E.
Okay. Is that how it
It's
works?
not power. The A is no longer gaining power from the E 2 steps away from him.
Well, what about so you say uppercase and lowercase sound?
Yeah.
What about apple? That's an uppercase A if you use it as a word by itself, but it's the beginning of the word, but it has
That's
an
a
sound.
lowercase. It's ah.
Is that so? The sound
Ah
is
and ah.
so the sound is determinant of the case of the letter. Interesting.
Uppercase is when it's like an A sound.
I see.
Ah and ah is lowercase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see now. I understand. I get where you're coming
so when
from.
you say the uppercase, it's because like I like to think of it as like that vowel borrowing power from a
From
vowel
adjacent-
nearby. Yeah.
It's a lot less about the position of the letter in a word.
Yeah, it's about the vowel gaining power from an ally.
It's about the inflection that you use on
right.
said vowel.
It's like Goku doing the Genki Dama.
Genki Dama.
The vowel lends him his power
Mm-hmm,
to become an uppercase sound.
You raise your hands and lend him your power. Would you lend Goku your power?
Yeah, sure. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, huh?
I like Goku.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why I didn't watch the new movie, because it's about Gohan.
Ah. Oh yeah, you hate Gohan, don't you?
Gohan's the worst character in bar none. The bar is set by like Gohan Jr. Because remember, he's not even Gohan. He's Gohan Jr.
Yeah. It's kind of true, huh?
People always forget that.
What about Goten?
You know what? Goten's fine.
Yeah.
He's done nothing really wrong. He kind of just exists and has fun.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
I kind of respect that about Goten. He just sits there and just like has fun.
I remember that you've talked about hating Gohan before, and it's always really funny.
Gohan is so like, you want to talk entitled ass bitches in Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
It's not Vegeta, it's Gohan.
He's like, my dad's Goku. I should be the best.
Right? He's like, the writers treat him as if he's like God's gift to Dragon Ball. Except for Toriyama, who actively does not care about Gohan's existence.
Freaking,
which is based.
Yeah.
Like,
he's on the right side of history.
Right? Yeah.
He's like, I made this.
I love how he realized what an awful idea it would have been for Gohan to be the protagonist and immediately ran that back.
Yeah.
When he was like, oh fuck.
Gotta bring Goku back. He's coming back to life.
Here you go.
There's an afterlife and they can escape it.
Personally, done. I think he probably could have given the protagonist role to there's a big brain, right? Mm-hmm. You give it to Videl.
Ooh. That's real big brain, though.
Big brain.
I would have, yeah.
You have the transition of, like, Gohan's your, like, transition character from the Son family over to Videl.
That'd be pretty cool.
And Videl becomes the protagonist.
That'd be pretty lit, though.
That's how the Boo arc should have been.
With Chi-Chi showing up every once in a while.
Yeah, being, like, more of a mentor
and
character
Bulma
for her.
Also
yeah, so it's like all the girls are there.
Because Vegeta would also be there. And
yeah.
wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be hilarious to see Vegeta get bodied by Videl?
Facts.
Would it not be the
I don't know, I always
thing?
feel like I have the spiciest opinions on Dragon Ball because I think like the Cell arc is awful.
Wow. People would hate you.
It is one of the most insufferable arcs to sit through. You can tell that Toriyama was writing that weekly. There is no like connecting threads. It's just like things happen because the editors are like, you got to change this.
You should do an attempts to critique video series that you specifically label as the spicy takes.
No, because my spicy
takes.
take is like the Boo arc is so much better than the Cell arc.
Do people
hate the Boo arc?
Why?
Because it's stupid.
I mean,
that's it, I guess, is because
fine.
it's stupid. And I'm like, it's so much more coherent as a plot than the Cell arc was.
Right.
And there's far more like minor payoffs to a lot of things.
So
that I kind of respect in the Boo arc.
So do you call so with the androids? Are the androids their own arc, or are they part of the Cell arc?
It's all the Cell saga.
The Cell saga.
So
okay.
it's also called the Android saga since Cell is an android.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Right?
You forget that.
Right?
You kind of do.
I'm like, he's an alien, right?
Yeah, right.
Right? But I also think, like, the Namek saga or the Frieza saga is overrated as shit. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's horrifically overrated.
Because the Namek saga was first, right?
No, the first arc in Z, or Zedo, is the Saiyan saga with Vegeta and Raditz.
Okay, that's right. I forget that's when they showed up.
Right?
They're definitely the first one. I remember Raditz. What a name. Huh.
Yeah, Radish.
I like Vegeta.
His name's Radish.
Vegeta just stay winning, though. I mean,
does he?
He got Bulma.
He did.
But
we all know who wears the pants in that relationship.
It's true. The men kind of like... What are the men
People always
doing?
insult the women for not doing anything. And like, sure, narratively the women don't do anything, but they hold all the power in that series.
I mean... Think about 18 and Krillin. I mean...
Right! No, Krillin wears the pants in that relationship. He's the one, like, getting that bread in that family. Like, it's 18 who's the lucky one here.
I see.
See. No, you watch Super and you realize that's the case.
You really need attempts to critique the spicy takes. And you need to talk
No, there's this really cute episode in which, like... so Goku gets the Dragon Balls, right? It's a filler episode in the Super.
Of course.
And he's going to finally wish King, North Kai back to life. The Kai he accidentally killed. And he, like, promised back in Z that he would, like, wish him back to life. So in Super, he finally gets the Dragon Balls. And he's like, okay, he summons Shenlong. And then 18 shows up. And she's like, what about, like, what I want? And you start having a bunch of characters, like Hercule shows up.
Oh my
God.
And,
like, Gohan shows up, and they're all like, well, what about what I want? Like, Goku, what about my wish?
Wow.
And I do love 18, because 18 is like, Krillin's birthday is coming up, and I don't know what to get him, because he's the perfect husband, and I don't want to, like, I want to get him a gift that he would truly love.
18.
And I'm like, that right there, that's 10 out of 10. That's OTP.
I do love 18.
Like, that's just, like, amazing motivation. I love it.
So good.
Granted, when she needs to be, she's stern.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, when they're going to the Tournament of Power, originally Krillin is scared to join the team for Universe 7 to fight in the Tournament of Power, because he's like, I'm not trained anymore. I don't know what to do. And she looks at him and goes, my husband would never back down.
Jesus.
Are you even the man that I married?
Christ.
Like...
Hey, man. She got him. She got him there, right?
Right?
She fucking got him there.
It's so good.
Damn.
Okay, unironically, I'm a Super stan. I think Super is actually, like, pretty good.
When you were watching it, like, as it was going...
Yeah,
I'm
like, yo, Super is, like, actually really good. It's so much better than GT. It's better than a lot of Z.
Of course it's better than GT. I mean...
GT's so unfortunate.
GT is such a weird anomaly. And
yet it has the best opening in the franchise.
Do you mean the Japanese opening?
I'm talking about the Japanese opening.
Okay. You don't love the English
opening? No. No, actually, like, look up, like, the opening theme for Dragon Ball GT in Japanese, Dan Dan Koku no Hikari Teru. Like, absolutely phenomenal. I love that song. I love it more than Chala Head Chala. It's great.
I believe you. I believe you.
Thank you for watching the Dragon Ball cast, everyone. I'll never talk about Dragon Ball again because I know that nobody likes that franchise. It's weird. Like, I talk to like more Zoomers and they're like, oh, Dragon Ball, that bad? Like, shonen manga?
Well, no, now it's, oh, those guys from Fortnite?
Oh, facts. Well, like, I feel like people look really harshly on Dragon Ball now.
Well, because Super's the show that is like...
No, even back on Z, like modern like kids, because they're like, oh, this isn't as good as like Demon Slayer.
Shut the fuck up, child. Go sit in the fucking corner and don't speak again.
And I'm like, I feel like I don't know who to blame for this. I don't know whether to blame the dub or like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Abridged, or like all the joking media centered around Dragon Ball.
I suppose.
Because like you go back to that manga, and Goku is such an endearing character from start to finish.
Right.
That like that manga is actually like a joy to read.
Mm-hmm.
But,
what are you gonna?
It
do?
is what it is.
Yeah.
Original Dragon Ball is the best era, though.
Mm-hmm.
We can all agree on that, right?
Kinda is what
and
it
Goku
is.
versus Tien was the height of like battles in the franchise.
Tien was fun.
Back when Tien was a character.
He died. That died along with fucking.
Someone had told me like, oh yeah, like Tien was like the original Vegeta, right? And I was like, wrong. Oolong was the original Vegeta. Oolong is the original Vegeta.
Bro. It's so right.
And he was like, Josh, shut up. You're right, but I don't want to believe you.
That's so correct. I mean, Tien was cool, but like...
I think Tien's like really cool.
No, he is cool.
Because he has like the franchise forgot this, but like Tien has the Dodon Paw, which is his like he points and it's fires an energy beam.
Yeah.
And like Roshi says that is more deadly than the Kamehameha.
Right.
Because Kamehameha is just like a
big punch.
Big push,
yeah.
Essentially. While this is like a bullet.
Yeah.
Like the Dodon Paw pierces while the Kamehameha doesn't.
Right.
And the franchise just forgets that attack exists.
I mean, we can't have him like swooping in, like seeing Cell do his thing and be like, pew! And then like win, right? You can't have that.
They also give a bunch of Tien's moves to other characters. It's really weird.
We had to nerf him and then push him off to the side.
Because like there's an episode in Super where like Kuririn is like, oh, I'll use my special technique, the Taioken.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there, and like the franchise like for some reason goes like, oh yeah, Taioken, that's Krillin's like technique. No, that's Tien's. Like, Kuririn learned it from Tien.
Tien who? Nah, man. Tien stopped being a character when his buddy decided to go.
Yeah, no, like the entire side cast of Dragon Ball like narratively die as characters during the Saiyan saga.
I mean, like Lunch. Like,
oh, she's just gone.
Just completely disappears.
I love her.
I love her.
Her dynamic in the cast was so good.
I mean, I'm glad Bulma stuck around, sure, but like...
Well, yeah, because she's the secondary protagonist in the franchise.
Of course. But like, Lunch was so great.
She was fun. It was nice to see Bulma have a girlfriend, essentially. Like, someone on her level.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chi-Chi, like, they don't actually talk much.
No, and I mean, Chi-Chi's a lot younger than Bulma. Because Chi-Chi is
she's like
Goku's
5 years
age.
younger.
She's Goku's age in Dragon Ball. I mean, that puts her more closer to him in age, just because they're the OTP, I suppose.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Bulma was supposed to be the older character for many things.
It's facts.
But whatever.
It's fine. It's fine.
fine.
We'll see you around.
Sorry,
everyone.
folks.